Gabriella Proni here for CMS-Connected, chatting with Lynne Capozzi at Acquia to talk more in depth about the most notable features of their web content management system, their strengths in the market, and the future outlook for Acquia as an organization and as a platform. Hi Lynne, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you. What would you say are the top 3 most notable features of your platform's content management capabilities?
I think the top 3 most notable in the Acquia platform are, first and foremost, has to be around open source. So we are built on top of open source, on top of the open source Drupal platform, one of the largest open source communities in the world. So we provide a cloud platform and developer tools on top of Drupal. And the whole fact that it's open source and an open source environment backed by an open source community, I think is certainly our first and foremost in terms of notable feature. I'd say the second is around flexibility and scale. We have people that build, it's the whole concept of build, develop, and test and build these digital experiences, and really a lot of flexibility around scale. So some people are building sites that are, one site. A lot of people are building sites or digital experiences that are thousands and thousands of sites. So I think that what the Acquia platform provides is flexibility around that scale, whether it be one site, thousands of sites, and the ability to be able to quickly scale, so companies can go very quickly and keep their brand promise and brand consistency as they're rolling out these thousands and thousands of brand sites. Examples are companies like Nestle or SAB Miller that have thousands of brands, need to keep that brand consistency, but yet have a lot at scale in terms of so not only some consistency, but some control as brands go to roll those out. And I think number 3 on my list would be around security and compliance. And we have thousands of customers, enterprise customers around the world. We've tested Drupal in all different kinds of environments. We have the support of everything up to, most recently GDPR compliance. So I'd say the whole security and compliance is obviously very important for enterprises and organizations. And we have a great track record there.
That's awesome. So with that said, in the web content management market itself, what would you say are the strengths of your platform that set it above the rest?
Yeah, so we like to think that the Acquia platform is above the rest because of a couple of different things. First, the whole Acquia platform is built on an API-first environment. So really the whole concept of not only having Drupal, but having the freedom to integrate with other systems. So no longer do you see a WCM installation where the only thing people are concerned about is WCM. They have to be able to integrate with other environments, whether that be the marketing technology stacks, a commerce environment. I mean, you name it across the board. There's so many different facets now of a digital experience. So having API first to be able to integrate Drupal with those different systems, we think is really important. So that's certainly a strength for us, especially versus some of the competitive products which tend to be non-open source and very closed. So I think the second is around the strength of the platform is around personalization. So as I mentioned, we want to be able to integrate with other products and be able to provide, an experience that supports a very prescriptive, personalized experience for content for people. And so we have a personalization offering that works with Drupal and works on the Acquia platform, and we think that's a big strength for us. In addition, we have a journey mapping offering, which allows us to kind of track an entire customer life cycle. So more and more I hear from marketers, I have all of this data. Help me make my data-driven decisions, right? That start from my WCM, that go from my Salesforce application, that work with Marketo. And so what we're providing is a journey mapping tool that allows anyone to look at a full life cycle of a customer from kind of start to finish in all different channels, whether that be online or offline. So we think that's an interesting new technology for us. It really gives a 360 view of the customer. And the third, I think, is around the implementation of how we're doing our machine learning, and AI technology. So we're seeing that kind of first adopted for us from Acquia, the Acquia platform, in both personalization and through journey. And we think that's a great strength of our platform.
Fantastic. Those are some really great points that you brought up. Now, my final question I have for you is, what are some of the areas of opportunity you feel you have and will be addressing in the coming year?
Yeah, I think if we would look at kind of some of the areas of where are we addressing in the future? Well, first we have 10 years of experience, so it's pretty good for a startup in terms of being able to know kind of what technology to focus on and how we've grown and how we're doing. But I think there's a couple of areas that are intriguing for us going forward. And the ones I hear about most from CMOs and some other marketers, as well as the folks that are the content editors around WCM. So first is to provide solutions that may be easier to use and more intuitive. So solutions for content authors and for editors, solutions for data-driven marketers, so people that want to make data-driven decisions and want to work on things like personalization and providing a great, beautiful experience to their customers, without burdening them with a lot of content. So I think we'll get there by an even greater use of AI and machine language, an extended use of our user experience and content authoring. And we're going to look at other ways in the future, things like predictive analytics, so ways that we can really help someone look at, a full solution in terms of their full ambitious digital experience, however ambitious or not they want to be.
Definitely. Well, those are some really fantastic answers. So wonderful to speak with you, Lynne.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Thank you so much for your time as well. That was Lynne Capozzi of Acquia, discussing their most notable features of their web content management system, their strengths, and what the future looks like for Acquia.